Anything further to report on injuries at this point, particularly Plumlee, I guess?
Yeah, no, he practiced full today. He looked good. He looked fine. We were in spider pads, but he seemed good.
I was awake at 11:20, but not on the call. Just what your assessment of the Grant Tisdale leaving the program and everything that goes with that?
We addressed that. Grant and I spoke Tuesday before practice, and he felt like it was best to explore his options. And Grant is a phenomenal kid. He handled it the right way, was professional about it, and I have nothing but praise for Grant. And he's a great young man. He'll land somewhere good, and we'll support him in that.
Were you surprised at all by his decision?
You know what? I mean, you knew with the amount of freshman quarterbacks that we had that something could potentially happen, and so was I surprised? No, but at the same time, just we're here to support it.
Just human nature. Do you wonder if you could have done something different in the process or anything?
Yeah, you know what? You just look around. That's just the landscape that we're in right now in college football with the transfer portal, especially with the number of quarterbacks in the same class that we had. Something was bound to happen.
Is that something you always have to factor, and not even just with the quarterback position, but all over the field in this kind of day and age with the portal?
Yeah, I mean, again, you're going to carry 3 deep, at every position, and that's kind of the way our numbers are built in recruiting. So you're going to carry 3 deep. It's just at the quarterback position, only one guy can play.
We haven't asked you much about him since fall, but I'm assuming he's elevated up to third team now. What about Kincaid Dent's progress?
Yeah, we've worked him in and got him some reps yesterday, and not as many today because John Rice was full go, but he has got some reps, and he'll be ready if his number's called.
With John Rice still coming back from injury, does it affect the rotation at all, knowing that you don't have Grant to maybe sub in?
Again, Matt went full to go, so we expect him to be ready to go.
Any limitations of John Rice running at all, or you think it's...
None today. He looked good running.
Okay.
We asked you a few weeks ago about the California bill, but now with the NCAA kind of weighing in on the name, image, likeness, do you guys have any thoughts about how that's going to work out?
I don't, just because it's so early in the process, and I'm focused on trying to find a way to beat Auburn. But it's still early in the process. Well, the SEC is always at the forefront because it's all going to be involved with recruiting and everything. Everybody's worried about recruiting advantages, but we'll follow the Southeastern Conference and their leadership on that. But I think there's a long way to go to come to an agreement on try to make sure there's balance across the entire country.
It sounded yesterday like they want this thing fully in place January 1st, 2021.
Yeah, I didn't see that, so I'm not aware of any timeline. I just think there's got to be a bunch of discussion on how we get this thing uniformed across the entire country.
Is that something the players have been talking about at all?
Not that I've heard, but I'm sure anytime that it's in the news and they're on their cell phones, so I'm sure they are talking about something.
Could you get a gauge from LSU film at all on how healthy Whitlow is? I think he played a little bit, but I think he's still kind of coming back from that injury.
Yeah, you saw he came in and ran the Wildcat, so I'm assuming he'll have a similar Wildcat package. He had the knee brace on, and shoot, he's a heck of a player. Clearly wasn't 100%, but anytime he's out there, you're going to have to account for him because he's a heck of a player.